the pantry and put blinders onto his food. And I don't eat that much from the pantry. I eat more from the refrigerator, Whole Foods. But there are nuts and there's things that we can have, even almond butter and things like that that are in my pantry. Tuna, if I don't have fresh tuna, there's backup. Canned tuna. There's some things that we can have, but most of it's Whole Foods that I use. And when you eat live food, you're more vibrant and you're more joyful.
Right.
It's just how it is. And when you have food that's dead, it really doesn't increase your energy. And now that I'm training hard, I really need more live food than ever. Right. And so it took me a while. I have to be honest with that. It took me maybe a year till I gave up all those craving temptations that was in the house. But you know what? We're always going to have that food in front of us no matter where we go. So I just had to make up my mind that even if it's in the house, I don't have it.
Right.
And that's what and you don't blame it. And I did. I blamed it on my husband. I blamed family. I blamed everything, but it's really me putting that food in my mouth.
Right.
But
nobody makes us do it, Kathy. And I think that is really good for our audience. It is our responsibility. Nobody's, if Tim brings home French fries or whatever, there's nobody forcing them into my mouth. At least he's never done that to me, but
yes,
but it's us taking full responsibility for our life. And Kathy keeps saying, well, I made up my mind. Remember that. I made up my mind. And so when you make up your mind, some things become non-negotiable. So she's not going to go into her husband's pantry on a day that she's weak.
Nope.
So I like that. Yes, go on.
I'm sorry. I've also told him to put it in another room if it's tempting to me, just so I can't see it.
Right.
Even though I know it's there, if it's not in my view, it's not going to be a temptation.
Right. See, what you're doing is you're doing what is best for you. He's not forcing you to eat it, but you're actually going to another level and saying, hey, even the sight of it, like crunchy tortilla chips might, because I mean, they sound wonderful because once I eat one of those, I want to eat a whole bag. So that temptation is beyond what you can handle. So I like that you're taking control of your life and what is important to you. So can you lose weight? Does the exercise help? Tell me how the exercise and the weight correlate, because you are into both. So tell me about that.
Right. Well, it's no longer true that exercise is going to make you lose weight. It's the food that you eat.
Right.
It is healthy for you to exercise, and it is good for your aerobic cardiovascular system. But what happens if you exercise to lose weight, you're going to become tired and hungry. And so when I help people lose weight, we actually don't want them doing more than a 20-minute walk. We don't want them moving besides stretching and walking. Not to do cardiovascular exercise, especially in the first phase where they drop all their weight. And you can drop it quickly and safely, because the most important thing for us is to get rid of the fat. It will make all your markers on your blood test just reverse themselves. And we do specialize in reversing type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. It really does work if you do this. And I just think that when you make up your mind to do that and you see how it comes off quickly, you do get that positive reinforcement, and it just really makes you so happy and proud of yourself.
Right. And then I think it wants, I like what you were saying is you encourage people to lose some weight before they start in this big rigorous exercise program, because once you lose some weight, then you naturally feel like I can move more. But if you do it the other way around, you're kind of forcing yourself. And I'm like you through the years and losing weight. 80%, maybe even 90% is the food that I put in. It's not the exercise. The exercise is to enhance health and all those benefits, as she said.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when we lose weight, the way we coach, it's just fat loss. You don't lose any muscle weight. So the great thing is you don't have as much sagging skin.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to build muscle. You're going to retain the muscle by the food that you have. And then once you lose it, you can tone your muscles and gain some, even in your later years. You could still get some muscles back. And that's why I do things like wall push-ups, exercises sitting on the floor and stomping your feet out and in the beginning, like just to keep the circulation moving, right, and your metabolism going, so that you're not moving.
Right.
You are still moving to keep that vitality. And right, that is the secret. My grandmother lived to be 96. She only took a 1-a-day vitamin because she walked 6 miles a day.
Wow.
All her life.
96. Wow.
96, way back then, you know. And I have an uncle that's 102. I have an aunt that's 104. And I talk to them all the time. And we talk about these exercises. And they're still moving. They're still mentally sharp. And none of them are heavy. The number one thing we need to do is lose the fat.
Right.
And so when you're ready to do it, to have a joyful way to do it means that you have friends. It's really helpful to have somebody that lives close to you or somebody you go out to eat lunch with. But you need a tribe of people that you can connect with, whether it's on the phone, on Zoom, where you see people, or on Skype or whatever, and you encourage each other. And of course, having a coach that leads you is really essential, because I could give you a food plan, but you can't do it yourself. It's the coach and the people that make it happen, because we give you confidence. We encourage everything that you do. We applaud your rewards. And sometimes I've actually had people that have lost 40 pounds, and they were so happy to have somebody to talk to, because they felt like they didn't want to brag about it, or people didn't want to hear, oh, you've lost the weight, and maybe they need to do it, but they haven't done it, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's nice to have a group that you can be yourself with.
Absolutely. So Kathy, speaking about that, we are almost out of time. I want you to tell our audience how they can get a hold of you, because between last week and this week, you've whet their appetite, and they're hungry to get on to make this next chapter the best. So let them know how they can get a hold of you.
Oh, thank you. Well, number one, my website is Kathy with a K, all small letters, Kathy at joyoflexibility.com. And then I have a site that they can go to learn more information, a link that they can have that is Joyful with a capital J, and there's no capital JOYFUL, for the number 4 movement with a capital M .as.me/find joy.
Oh, I like it.
And that will get them to me, and I am happy to. They can schedule a free call with me with that, or they can just, see what they want to reach out to me. Perfect. And I'm happy to just get to know them.
Thank you. You know, Kathy, this has been invaluable. I love the joyful movement. I love the name Joyful. As you might know, and did you hear when Kathy, some of the things is she makes up her mind, which is so important to make up our mind as we get older, because we're not guaranteed this life. And the people in her life, some have lived to be 104. And were they overweight? She said, no, they weren't overweight, and they walked. So our goal for all of you out there in the audience is that we all live vibrantly and with quality of life as we age. So that is our goal. So please get a hold of Kathy. And those exercises that she gave us last week, those 5 exercises, she has that free link, free gift for you as well. So thank you, Kathy, for coming in. It has been a delight, an education, and it's been joyful.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for inviting me. Your show is wonderful, and I love listening. So keep up the good work, Lorraine.
Thank you. And so for you out there, I am so glad you were on this journey with us today. Remember, it is never too late to lose weight, to learn how to exercise, to live our life with purpose, or go after our dreams. It is just never too late ever to make up your mind, as Kathy says. So bye for now. We'll see you back next week. And thank you again, Kathy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.